All right. Well, hey, everybody. Grim Green back here today. Thank you so much for joining me again. What we're going to be talking about today is this little guy right here. I have fallen in love with this little bitty squonker, and I've actually fallen a little bit more in love with squonking due to this little squonker right here. But we'll get there when we get there. This is the Luna squonker from Asmodus, single 18650, stab wood acrylic, little squonky bottle here, guy. And best of all, it's not incredibly, terribly, insanely expensive. Anyway, in order to get to know this device just a little bit better, what we're going to do is go up close. Yeah, as we often do. Yeah, quick, short, uppy, closey time. Boom. All right, yeehaw. Well, what we're looking at right now, this is the Asmodus Luna Squonker. There's not going to be a whole hell of a lot to see up here, but it is a very, very pretty mod, at least the one I got. It's this dyed wood that's purple. There's some green acrylic all around the bottom, a nice big cutout for your juice bottle. No problem getting in there to squonk this at all. In fact, we're going to talk about this when we get back out to normal view, but this is basically a one-handed operation squonker, and it's great. Got the little Gambit RDA on top, but there is a spring-loaded 510 pin hiding underneath right there. Luna Ultroner spring-loaded squonk 510 right there. Here's your fire button, and there's actually a little activation light there, and I'm hitting it now with no atomizer, and that's why it's flashing. When there's an atomizer attached and you press this just glows green to let you know that it's activating, which, I kind of like it. Everything in the bottom is magnetic. When you take this out, it's magnetic. There's your juice bottle right there, and when you lift this up, it's magnetic as well. There's a little magnet there and a little magnet there, which means when this flops down, it stays down, and when you hold it upside down, it doesn't rattle or fall or anything like that. But this is what houses your single 18650 in there, and here's your squonk bottle right here, and we're going to talk about this again when we get back out to normal view, but you kind of have to pinch it like this to get it out. When it's sitting in here, it doesn't come out. You can't really push this out, so you kind of have to pinch the bottle. It's one of those soft, squishy silicone bottles. You kind of have to pinch it, push it down, pinch it, push it down, and then you can finally pull it out and fill it up. You can kind of see down in there, there's your little straw. There's your little tube right there that you're going to put your little straw on, and it works really well. Really very simple and straightforward design. Bottle goes back in, nice and easy, very straightforward. Well, we're going to get this all back together, and yeah, that's the Luna Squonker. Like I said, not a whole hell of a lot to see up close and personal. Oh, look, I got a little juice smudge there. Oh, that's a bummer. Must keep it clean. But yeah, there's just not a whole hell of a lot to see up close and personal like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to get back out to normal view. We're going to vape this little guy. So yeah, this is a great little squonker top to bottom. When I first got it, I was really skeptical of this button placement. The button's not on the front and it's not on the back, but it's on the side. And when I first opened this package, my first thought was, wow, that is a really weird button placement, right? It's just something I'm not used to, but I found it to be insanely comfortable to use. I find myself holding it like this a lot, like just with my fingers, kind of like a tennis racket or something, and then the button's kind of right there. Additionally, I kind of hold it the same way. I kind of hold it in my hand like this, and I just put my thumb right there, and it's just really, really comfortable to just hold it like this, have your thumb right here, and have your finger right here on the squonker. You literally never have to move your hand to vape and squonk when you hold it like this. In addition to being really efficient, where you don't have to move your hand around to get to the squonker bottle, it's really comfortable to hold. The size of this mod, it's so great. It fits perfectly in my hand. So there's a few little quirky things with this little squonker that we talked about in the uppy closey portion. The little magnetic handle here to unscrew your battery door, it tends to flop down and then you have to grab it again, and then it flops down and you have to grab it again. So if you're unscrewing it like this and you let go, it just flops back down and becomes magnetized and you have to pick it back up again. So the way I've found to get around that is to just hold this in your hand and twist the mod around until it's done, and then your battery comes out. And it's the same thing with with putting your battery in. Battery goes in, you get the thread started, and then you twist the whole mod while never letting go of the little magnetic door, so that when you finally get it in and you let go of the magnetic door, it just stays up and sits flush, and it's much better to twist the mod. Sometimes when you just freshly fill up this juice bottle as well, when this juice bottle is at maximum capacity and you go to squonk it, this little magnetic door on the bottom that holds the squonker bottle in will open like a little mouth. It'll just go click, click. This is only held in there by magnets, and it only happens when your juice bottle is very, very freshly, very full. When I fill it up very, very freshly, very full, it does the little thing, but after about, I don't know, 10 squonks, after you get rid of some of the juice in there, you can squonk it and squonk it and squonk it, and it's never going to do that little open the door thing. And you can either fill it by pulling the whole thing out, or you can get something like that Geek Vape flask or other, squonker bottle filling systems that also work really well. You can fill this bottle without actually having to take it out of the mod nowadays. But with that said, it's not a terrible pain in the ass, and it just slides back in and it stays in there, so you can just attach the little magnetic door, you're good to go. So the reason that this little setup made me fall in love with squonking a little bit more than I had in the past is I finally get it a little bit. I get having a single 18650 tiny little squonker that's small and comfortable to hold. Additionally, this setup is made even better by the Gambit RDA on top. I love having a tiny, tiny little flavor banger up here. The Gambit is just a little single coil, little squonker RDA, and it's perfect on top of these small little single 18650 squonkers. In the past, when I was using squonkers, I was looking for that big, airy, powerful, warm, clouds bro clouds type of vape. And thankfully now we have a lot of squonkers that actually do that actually accomplish that and give me the vape that I desire. But these little squonkers that are really small and comfortable to hold and just look really cool, if you put a little single coil flavor banger RDA up here, it's a completely different yet equally enjoyable vape experience in my opinion. You don't necessarily need a super sub-ohm build on here. You don't necessarily need tons of airflow. You don't necessarily need that clouds bro clouds type of situation, because this squonker is not going to give it to you. What this squonker is going to give you, assuming you pair it with a cool little flavor banger RDA, which there are plenty out there. You don't have to use something real expensive like the Gambit. It's just the one that I got, that I put on here, that I have fallen in love with. I still get plenty of vapor, I still get plenty of flavor, and I still get a little bit of warmth, but it's an overall a little bit more, I want to say, relaxing of a vape experience. It's a lot less like a clouds bro clouds type of, unregulated series cloud chasing RDA vape that I really like. Okay, too much. And it's more of a mellow, relaxed, flavorful, plentiful, still a little bit warm vape. You just vape it a little bit more chill. These single 18650 squonkers, I was using them wrong. It's not a clouds bro clouds type of vape. It's a chill, flavorful vape. And finally I get it. I see the appeal now, thanks to this little Asmodus Luna, and thanks to this little Gambit RDA. This isn't necessarily my preferred way to vape. I still love big airflow, hot vapes, clouds bro clouds. When I'm upstairs watching TV, hanging out, eating dinner, I don't necessarily want a cloud comp everywhere. It's cool to have just a little palmable single 18650 flavor squonker. And it's still a good goddamn vape. So enough about me finally understanding squonking. Are you gonna need your vape budget hands for this beautiful stabilized wood and acrylic squonker from Asmodus? Maybe a little bit, but a lot less than you might suspect. This little Luna squonker is only $99. I think that is an unbelievable deal in my opinion. It's still $100. You know what I mean? That's nothing to blow your nose at. You still need your vape budget hands for $100. Absolutely. But this mod is not $200, $300, $350, $400 like I've seen stabilized wood and acrylic little squonkers like this in the past. This one's only $100. Let's just do this thing. If we're gonna play the Aliens game or the FDA game where they come and take everything I have, is the Luna Squonker from Asmodus something I would seek out and buy? Absolutely, yes, without hesitation. This has been one of the best squonking experiences that I have ever had. And that's assuming that I can also buy some sort of small little, restricted lung hit kind of flavor banger RDA on top. This Luna Squonker really shines with something smaller and single coil and designed for flavor rather than, say, throwing, going overkill and throwing like, oh, let's just throw a .11 dual fuse Clapton recoil Rebel on here. It's still gonna vape. It's still gonna vape like a mech, but that's not the experience I'm after with this particular squonker. Anyway, enough of me rambling. I like it. I really like it. I don't really hand out banana stickers anymore, but I'm sure this would get one if I still did that. Maybe I'll bring the banana stickers back. I honestly kind of just forgot to use them for like the last few months, but it's cool. It's whatever. Really dig this squonker. I'm done talking. I'll throw some links down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And as always, yes, let's keep on vaping.